I've been dealing a lot with shame these days. My own clients in therapy, folks wanting to follow healthy living options but failing. All of us feel shame. I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe there's something in the upcoming fall air. Shame just seems to be up front right now for a lot of people. My name is Dr. Stacey Reuille-Dupont, and I'm going to talk about the shame we all feel and how to love it rather than suffer with it. Shame is that thing people usually don't want to acknowledge. It can hurt just to acknowledge it. Shame wants us to hide. It wants us to play small in the world and wants us to keep it between the lines society has laid out for us. The problem with shame is it creates a feeling that something is wrong with me, that something is broken within me, the core of me that can't be fixed. But where do these feelings come from? What in our mind makes us think these? It's often something that might have come out of a traumatic experience or an environment where something didn't match who we thought we were. Shame runs around with its buddies: guilt, remorse, regret, embarrassment, humiliation. Humiliation seems to have a strong link to shame because it takes feelings of embarrassment and adds a public component. It tells us that others now know we don't have it all together, we aren't who we want to be, or they saw us make a mistake we didn't want to make. We all know that shame makes us feel awful. Most people describe these feelings as hot, flushing, cringing feelings coming from the inside out. And to get rid of it, we must share it with an empathetic other. This is difficult to do because shame wants us to hide. So how do we beat it? We talk about it. And to do that, we must get vulnerable and we must expose our tender side. We must talk about it. This can be really hard. Instead of being vulnerable, some people double down on shame to get tougher. This doesn't really work in the long run because it ends up wrecking your options for connection. Shame's big game is to keep us focused on staying connected to the groups we belong to. This is why it is effectively used to keep us in check. Group leaders and other society members use it to make sure people don't stray too far from the community fold. Because as we know, power lies in numbers. So if we are all doing, believing, and feeling one way, then we must be right? And those other people who think, act, feel different than us are wrong, right? That's what shame wants you to think. It makes you think that our ways of being in the world are safe when we're all together. Shame comes up when we sense that there's a disconnection as a result of who we are in the world. It might be a disconnection to ourselves or a disconnection to others in our life. And today, see if you can embrace your feelings of shame and turn toward them. By turning your attention towards your feelings of shame, we can address them. By accepting them just as they are, you will have power over how to handle them in each moment. This brings a deeper sense of self and connection to things that are healthy for you. So take a moment and see if you can bring up a time when you felt shame. Look for a moment that doesn't feel too overwhelming right now. Something you think you can work with even if you are alone at the moment. As you notice, where in your body do you feel it? What are the physical sensations of it for you? These would be things like hot, cold, tight, loose, etc. Just notice where it lives in your body and how it feels to you. Notice where you don't feel it. Notice its edges. If you were to touch it, what would it feel like? Would it be smooth, rough, sharp, prickly, or have a different texture? As you get to know your sense of shame, turn towards the story of it. What happened that brought it up? Was it an event or something that you did? Something that maybe someone judged you for? Something you didn't do? These are all clues into how to handle it moving forward. Is it a situational shame or a global sense of shame surrounding your whole being? If it's a global sense, can you shift to how this shame you often feel is specific to a situation that comes up now? This helps to keep it from feeling so overwhelming and that it's something wrong with you. As you think of the content, feel the sensation of that in the body. Did it get stronger or move to a new spot? Did you notice words or thoughts associated with it? If not, there's nothing to do. Just watch how your experience of shame shows up. And next, pay attention to what it's trying to tell you. I know it might feel like it's trying to say you're horrible or bad, but look beyond that. Where is it about being you, about being connected to yourself or others? As you notice how shame is showing up for you, can you shift towards what you want connection or not? Sometimes the group wants us to continue to belong, but we would rather march to the beat of our own drummer. Sometimes we have to navigate how we are going to be ourselves and stay connected to the group. This process can be tricky and complicated. You might want to find a therapist who can help you navigate the complexities of community living. Once you reflect on this experience, you can dig deeper into the meaning by asking yourself several questions about the disconnection to yourself or others. Is it something that you reflected you don't? Is it participation in relationships and activities you aren't proud of? Is what is going on not getting you where you want to go in life? If so, how could you get support or seek help to shift your ability to quit doing this thing you don't want to be doing? If it's thoughts that are hurting you, how can you shift them to something neutral? Can you shift your thinking to stay connected to yourself? These are all places to start loving how shame shows up in your life to keep you connected. And this practice can help you shift from something's wrong with you to just noticing that shame shows up when you're not living on your path. The tricks to this practice of loving your shame are: don't let it drown you, accept it exists, step back from its overwhelming sensation and allow yourself to study it. Share it with someone else who's emotionally supportive and safe for you. Pay attention to the somatic experience of your shame. Listen to the message of the connection it brings. With an objective difference, make a decision about what feels right for you, and remember not to let it drown you. Finally, seek help if it feels like too much to do on your own. Thank you for taking the first step in your journey to loving your shame with me today. If you are interested in learning more about finding purpose and meaning in your life, click the link below and learn more about mind over matter and how our physiology and psychology are inextricably linked at my blog, stacyrd.com. If you're ready to make some changes, visit our clinic website and set up your first appointment at studiob.life. If you like this video and want to understand more about how your psychology is really in your physiology, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and thank you for watching. Make a great day happen. Be well.